Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dutchess, and this is Dutchess Discussions, where we talk about true crime and missing cases. We also talk about facts. Guys. And today, when I got a phone call telling me about this search out in Hampton, Virginia for Codi Bigsby, I just sat and waited. Then I saw a news story, and I just squirmed a lot in my seat. Waiting for all the things to happen. And here we are. For all the things. Bones confirmed as animal, 300 block of Woodland Road. And I see everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. And I see that y'all are telling me the very thing that is the reason why I didn't immediately jump and go live. Because you want to have more information. You know, I know that it was said that there was a military bag, that there was some clothes. But this is why we don't jump to conclusions. The facts matter, guys. So let's get into it. I'm going to jump over here to the chat and say hey to everybody, and then we're going to talk about this real quick because I just feel like it needs to be addressed. That this is not Codi Bigsby. Hampton Police news release at 1:36 p.m., the Public Safety Communications was notified about the unknown remains in the 300 block of Woodland Road. They responded and observed the unknown bones inside of a blanket on the wood line. The Norfolk Medical Examiner's Office was contacted to assist, and they responded to the scene. And it's been confirmed the located remains were non-human, belonging to an animal. All right, so let's get into it. How is everybody doing this afternoon? I hope everybody is doing good. Hey, Crazy Nurse. Yes, Crazy Nurse. Oops, first one in the chat. That is so true, Crazy Nurse. Art Fox says, crazy seeing you here. Hey, Crimes. Hey, Whistle Whaler. Hey, Princess. Good to see you. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Checking Convictions. I'm good. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Connie. Yep. Hey, So Sheepy. Yeah. Checking Convictions. That's it. Double-edged sword. Want it to be for closure and justice, but pray it wasn't, for hope that he may still be alive. Yeah. So this was quite an afternoon. I've been talking about a couple of other cases. Levi invited me up to talk about the Idaho 4, and I appreciate that, Levi. If you're here listening, thank you for having me as a guest on your panel. That case is a bizarre case in itself. I can't even keep up with all the things in that case. And then we talked about Jordan Nebling. That case is one I'm going to be covering on my channel to bring more exposure to. And then this popped up. And I've covered Codi Bigsby since his Amber Alert. Hey, Mississippi Granny. Good to see you. Ever since they found his coat, you know, my heart just sank. And of course, we all know that Codi Bigsby is in jail. And I don't know why he won't tell us exactly what transpired on the day that Codi went missing. I can't wrap my head around why. Why? I want to share my screen because I'm just seeing a few things unfold on Twitter. And I just want to make sure we understand how we got here today. Hey, Connie. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. All right, so I hear the Doberman barking because she doesn't do that unless I'm busy. So let's go over to see what Legacy has posted right here. This is what I had posted that I had saw. This was one of the first things that I had seen, was that they were actively investigating. But of course, she shared that they confirmed it has not been Codi Bigsby. So we want to confirm that it is not Codi Bigsby, guys. I honestly felt my heart in my feet today when I got that text. Facts. This case has just been going way too long. Way too long. Codi needs to be found. He deserves to come home. He deserves to come home. Alive, he deserves to come home alive. But if he's not alive, he deserves to come home and be laid to rest and have peace. And peace for his family that they know and can have some type of closure. But this is not the way. This right here, this whole thing that has happened today, is certainly not the way for this sweet young boy. And I'm sad that there isn't any closure today, but we still need to have hope and pray that there will be more information in the future. Checking says, keep the one thing that only he knows, a form of control. Yeah. Hey, hair curlers and crime. So good to see you, darling. Got Crystal Bowling here. Yep, they sure were animal bones. You're making candles, Crazy Nurse? I need you to make me one that says, this is my last fuck and it's on fire. So that when it burns out, it really is the last one. Can you make me one like that, Crazy Nurse? Because I need it, because I already burnt my other one up. Hey, Ange Carter. Connie, hey, he is in jail. Yes, he is. Hey, Arctic. Now, I did put the link. I did put that in a place if anyone wants to come up and talk to me and give me their thoughts on the stuff that has transpired today, and just sit here and have a chat for a minute. Please do. Please do feel free to take the StreamYard link and come up and chat with me. Hey, Nicole, I'm so glad to see you. It is heartbreaking because we want there to be answers, but we also want there to be facts. And I'm really kind of disappointed that the news station, let's see if I can get over here and pull that up. Of course, they might have taken it down by now. Because who knows? Oh, I hear somebody in my backstage. And look who it is. It's Arctic. Hey, Arctic Fox. How you doing? Thank you for being here. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. That was madness. And I no sooner got my video up and premiering, because I did a video just to call out the grifters and say, hey, we don't know anything right now. All we know is that they're in the area. They got called there for some remains. They don't even know if they're human or not. And then when I was doing my premiere, Crazy Nurse came into my chat, and at about the same time that Crimes and Consequences was telling us that it was animal bones to tell me the same thing. And I was like, yep, I had just gotten confirmation that it was animal bones. And so I let them know in the chat. And then I took my live down because there was no point of it if we know it's animal bones. I only went on there because all these creators were jumping up like it was fact that Codi had been found.
Yeah. And that's the only reason why I'm live right now, was fact checked. Fact checked that it is not Codi Bigsby. And that's why we don't jump on a live to talk about some information that we don't know is facts.
Exactly. I mean, I put the tweet up from Hampton PD and I said, this is what we know as fact. The rest is just speculation.
That's why I just sit on stuff sometimes, because I just wait, and then when I saw the tweet, and then no sooner than I had seen it did I see crimes have consequences. She makes me laugh when she goes off on her tangents in Discord.
Well, and I understand where she's coming from. I mean, I feel the same way about all these creators that want to jump on one tweet and then run with it and turn it into a narrative to get their clicks and views and stuff, and run with it as if it's fact when we don't know all the information. Hey, Aunt B.
Hey, Aunt B. It's so good to see you. Yes, there is so many missing children. It is heartbreaking. That's why I don't get on my phone the first thing when I get up. I have this little thing that I do where I do not open up my telephone and look at anything about any cases, because sometimes it will ruin your day if you are forced to have to do that immediately. I have to have at least 2 cups of coffee and focus on some real life stuff before I can delve into it, because it can be very, very stressful.
It absolutely, especially when you're like you are with the Amber Johnston case, talking with the mother on a regular basis and stuff. And there's cases that I'm like that with, where I'm talking with family members. You get real invested in these cases.
Yes.
And
so sometimes I'll be doing stuff, and the families will call me. I mean, there's still lots of families that I'm contacting and reaching out to, or they're reaching out to me. So it's not for the faint of heart. I tell you that. It takes a lot out of you, for sure. Hey, Callie Dime. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, ma'am. That's what we do here. We have to stick to the facts. And I just felt like, I have to come on here and say, listen, I've covered Codi's case since the Amber Alert. And yes, I have my personal feelings. Do I think Codi Bigsby's guilty? In my personal opinion, yes, I think he did something and hurt that child. That's my opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinions. But is that going to put Codi Bigsby in jail because I have an opinion? No, it's not. They have to have the evidence. They have to have XXXXX in line. And therefore, that's, we have to just report on what the facts are. And that's really important.
I mean, we certainly don't want Corey to be another example of Casey Anthony by any means, because, we don't have all the facts and their case isn't airtight and all that. But I do certainly feel that he's responsible for whatever happened to Codi. And, I find a striking similarity between Codi's case and the Madalena case that we're covering right now. Because, Codi didn't get reported missing for a significant period of time either.
I just can't even wrap my head around it. I laid in bed last night, couldn't sleep, because I was thinking about, why do they have this plywood in the kitchen? Somebody said, well, maybe they wanted to cover, block the kitchen off because the kitchen was open. And I've been on Zillow. I've looked inside of that house at Madalena Kojikari's house. I don't buy it. He said he was he's making an apartment. Have y'all seen how big that house is? And he's making an apartment. Stop it. And none of this.
Well, and here's my thing. That was a marathon trip that he made to Michigan and back. That the stepfather made. He made that trip real quick.
Oh, yeah. And how odd to leave on Thanksgiving. To be gone for Thanksgiving, because they got in an argument and he had to go pick up some items like from North Carolina to Michigan.
Yeah, and also, I don't get the whole. I was reading through the case file earlier. The stepfather asked the mother.
Are you there, Artie? Did I lose you? I can't hear you, Arctic. Hey, lean on me. Hey, Benjamin Buford Blue. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, lean on me. Arctic, are you muted?
No, I was on another screen on my phone, and I forgot that when I do that, you can't hear me.
Oh, yeah, because you're on your phone. Yeah, because I have to do that too, and then I can't talk.
But yeah, I was like, not only that trip to Thanksgiving so quickly, but I was looking through that case file on the case earlier when I did my video that I did this morning, and you've got them asking each other, have you seen Madalena? Have you seen Madalena? Well, why the hell are you going to sit there and questioning each other? And why did it take 48 hours before the mother even questioned the stepfather about whether he knew where Madalena was or not? And why did it take 3 weeks and a school resource officer to get this little girl reported missing?
I can't believe she had the nerve they had to leave the packet, the truancy packet, at the door. And then when she said she would come in for the meeting and bring the child, she could have said something before she even got there. But she said, okay, we'll be there. And then she shows up. Like, that is, I mean, I don't know. I have so many faces that I make when I think about all of the disturbing things. Like, what kind of conversation, what normal parents have a conversation that entails, did you hide her? No, did you hide her? I'm like, excuse me, but where are y'all going with this? Like, why would y'all even be discussing about if one or the other it has hidden her? Because I found that to be a very bizarre statement in itself.
Well, yeah. And then we were told that the last time that she'd been seen was the 23rd. Well, the last actual verifiable sighting we have is the 21st of November at 4:59 p.m. when she's getting off the school bus. That's the last verifiable proof of life we have on her right now.
It's just so sad. So sad. These cases. So many parents are hurting their children. I can't even wrap my mind around why.
Well, I mean, and you got to ask yourself, why did it take 3 weeks for the school to approach the parents about why this little girl wasn't in school?
I just think it's bizarre that she just didn't think it was important to tell anybody for that long.
I mean, if it was my kid, it wouldn't even be 24 hours. I'd be screaming from the rooftop saying, where's my child at? It wouldn't be an hour.
Yeah, and I found it really odd that, the police were saying the last time she was seen was the 21st, which that makes sense because that was the last, I guess, public footage. The last documented footage was on that bus at 4:59 p.m. because the mother saying she saw her, on the 23rd at 10 or 11 in between those hours or whatever. I just felt like that was odd. Like, nobody else saw her since the 21st when she got off the bus, but you saw her 2 days after that. Why didn't she go to school on the 22nd? There's just so many questions that I have. Now, I do see that there is an article, and I was going to try to pull it up on Codi. They are hosting a
vigil,
a toy giveaway near where Codi Bigsby was reported missing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that
So,
it was a vigil, but it's a toy giveaway. Okay.
so let me go and see if I can pull that up and we'll take a look at that because I did see that was, here we go, right here. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can take a look at that. Organization to host toy giveaway near where Codi Bigsby was reported missing. United We Stand of Hampton Roads plans to give toys to kids in the Hampton and Norfolk areas for Christmas. So let's check out this little video right here. This is for purposes to spread awareness for Codi Bigsby, Copyright Fair Use Act, all of those good fun things. Oh, we gotta have a.
Well, as many people work to give back to the community this holiday season, an organization is keeping one Hampton neighborhood in mind. United We Stand of Hampton Roads is holding a toy giveaway for kids in the Buckrow Beach area. That's where Codi Bigsby lived. Casey Baylor shares the group's plan to give back.
The fence by the Buckrow Point apartment townhomes is known as the Codi Fence to many community members in Hampton. It's a place where people gather to conduct searches for Codi Bigsby and keep his name alive.
Every time I come back to this, this fence, it just reminds me of, since day one when the whole situation started.
Following months of searches for Codi, Carlisle Cribb, the founder of United We Stand of Hampton Roads, is back at the fence hoping to give back to families in the area.
With this community, I just want to help the kids out there because I know it's still embedded in their head as far as what happens to a neighborhood kid.
And he's doing so through a toy giveaway this Friday, a first for the organization.
So we got the Mr. Potato Head toy right here. We got the Nerf, the different type of Nerf balls.
Toy cars, hats, and gloves will go to kids. This is just some of the several boxes of gifts donated to the organization, hoping to put a smile on someone's face.
It's been hard for everybody, so I just want to come out here and just try to, particularly this community, to try to help the people, try to help the kids as much as I can.
Cribb says the organization's efforts to be present in this community don't stop here. He says they are working on more events and are discussing plans to start search parties for Codi Bigsby. In Hampton, I'm Casey Baylor for 13 News Now.
United We Stand of Hampton Roads is hosting the toy giveaway Friday starting at 11 o'clock on Andrews Boulevard by Old Buckrow Road. Later that afternoon, the group also plans to distribute toys to kids in Norfolk.
We begin at 4.
That's so good. I'm so glad that they're doing that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I like to see when they do events like this in honor of the missing kids and stuff, at least some good is coming out of it.
Yeah. Connie, Codi has been missing for quite some time. He
Since
went
January.
Since January. He was one of the first cases that I ever covered. Yeah. Oh, Aunt B. I'm so very sorry for your loss. Prayers for you. I'll be thinking of you. If you need anything, please let me know. Hey, Cat's Eye. Thank you for being here. Hey, Nico. So good to see you, darling. Crimes, I wish I could talk, but I'm driving because she would have a lot to say. Let me tell you, she's been on. I love Crimes Have Consequences because she speaks her mind. She knows what it is. Yeah, that's me. That's my child was away. Like, I can't imagine not reporting my kid missing. And that this is a reoccurring theme that we're seeing. Have you noticed that? It's a
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it is a beautiful thing, Nicole. It sure is. Hear their voices is doing one. That's wonderful. That's wonderful to know. And I'm so sad about Lena. I think I read an article somewhere that they're thinking that the parents are somehow involved. Is that true? Because I need facts,
There's been speculation for the full year that she's been missing. I don't feel like the mother is involved in that case at all. I honestly don't. But there's been speculation. What I find hard to believe is after a year for being missing, magically there's a new video that has surfaced of her that they released yesterday on the anniversary of her being missing.
I saw that and I was going to pull that up because I have not had a chance to watch that. Has anybody else seen that video? I have not had a chance to watch that, but I do want to take a look at that. She's such a sweet little girl. And she's been missing for a year, 4-year-old. Oh my goodness. Poor baby. Such a sweet baby. Let me look and see if I can find this is Chief McManus talking on ABC News. I wonder if that's it.
I know that the Aware Foundation had it posted to their Facebook page earlier.
Oh, okay. I think this has it in there. Let's take a look at this video. I'm going to share my screen. I'm also going to mute out because I'm afraid that it's going to echo. It didn't echo last time, right?
No.
I never know when it's going to echo.
First day or today, our goal remains the same, and that is to try to find Lena, to try to get some information as to what happened to her.
183 days. That's how long it's been since Lena Keel vanished.
I mean, nobody disappears out of thin air. Something happened to her. We just haven't been able to discover what it was.
Lena's case is baffling, even to SAPD Chief William McManus.
People wonder, how far can a 3-year-old actually get on her own? Shouldn't we have found her at this point if someone didn't take her?
Well, I mean, that's the big mystery.
Since the very start, SAPD has maintained Lena's case is a missing persons case, despite some suspicion in the community that she must have been taken. Chief McManus today says they're utilizing resources that would be used in an abduction case.
We still don't have any evidence or proof that it was an abduction. So we're doing it. It's kind of a hybrid, missing person and abduction.
I asked McManus why not classify Lena's disappearance as an abduction.
If there were video, if there were any kind of evidence of an abduction, we would have classified it as an abduction. But since we don't have that, we can't classify it as an abduction.
Originally, the Missing Persons Unit was leading the case. Now the Special Victims Unit has taken over.
SVU they'll go out on the street, in the field, and they will interview people out there, whereas missing persons wouldn't necessarily do that.
Unfortunately, as more time passes, tips about Lena have slowed significantly. Chief McManus says only a few have come in during the month of June.
Does the hope of finding her alive and well start to diminish?
Unfortunately, it does, to be candid. We are still devoting the resources necessary to locate her based on the tips we get.
Even when Will and Kate came over and I had met her for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get why it took a year for that video to come out either.
Everyone is still a suspect. Where have we heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I can think of a few cases. One in particular. Summer Wells. I really was hoping that she would be able to be found by Christmas. Summer Moon, Utah Wells, where are you? I ask myself that every day. That's right, checking hope. Hang on to it. There's so much that we don't know in a lot of these cases. Sometimes it's the not knowing. I can't imagine what it's like for the families, because the not knowing for me is painful, and I don't like it. I just want these babies to be found and to be safe. After what happened to Athena, I mean, my eyes are just, it's like I have toothpicks that are holding them wide open. It's like, don't forget this moment. Don't forget this moment.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Because I've said it in my mind about other cases, you know, when I'm forming my personal thoughts based on information that's out, you know, I'm like, well, I'm leaning towards this or this, you know, but we always want to believe in innocent until proven guilty. But you still you form these opinions based on information as the case unfolds as to what your thoughts are. And that's the beauty of having discussions, is that we all see things a little differently. And we can discuss what those are. But then sometimes people get crazy and it becomes something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what we want to do, you know, on our channels. We want to make sure that we keep it open. So are there any other cases? I mean, that's really the only update that I have on Codi, but I thought, well, while we're here for a minute, Callie says she asks herself that every day about Michael. Yeah.
And the sad thing is that the cases like Cody's and Lena's aren't getting covered hardly at all, because now everyone's too focused on the Idaho 4 and Madalena's case and everything. And I'm as guilty of it as anyone. I focus on the current cases, and I do try to at least share Cody's flyer on my community page, you know, once a week and stuff like that. But I don't see very many people even doing that.
Yeah. I was really happy that Jocelyn was found safe.
Yes, that was the best news I got today.
Right here, this one right here.
Yes.
Yes, Jocelyn Marie Campbell was found safe. I was ecstatic. You know, I have to get ecstatic when kids are found safe, because it doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen.
And that young man that I had you make the flyer for this afternoon, as soon as I posted the flyer, his friend told me that they found him safe shortly after my video was posted. So
yay! I just made Arctic Fox a flyer and I got it out to him. But you know, that's okay. That's okay. It was worth it. This one really has me, and I need more information.
that one is a wild one, because I posted the video. The mother drove me nuts wanting me to get the face out there. And then she asked me to take the video down until she talked to law enforcement. And first she tells me that, you know, made it sound like Jordan wasn't the biological father. Well, then she tells me, well, yeah, he is the biological father, but he's not on the birth certificate. And so that one's an oddball case. So she said that she was going to get with law enforcement, and then I could put the video back up. Well, she hasn't messaged me since.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so she tells you that he's not the biological father. He has no legal rights to Zoe, but now she says, well, he is the father, but he's not on the birth certificate. Okay, well, why is he not on the birth certificate? Because he didn't think he was the father? Did you get a DNA test to prove he was the father? Because him saying he's the father.
Well, he's got a DNA test to prove that he is the father, because he reached out to me. He does have a DNA test.
Wait. Stop. Hold the phone. Jordan Hatcher reached out to you?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, he does have a DNA test, and he is the biological father.
Then this poster is nothing. Like,
but
okay.
Apparently, she had listed another man on the birth certificate as the father. But now, I don't know how much I can believe coming from the mother at this point, but she allegedly does have full legal custody of Zoe, and which is why she says that Jordan has no legal rights to her. But Jordan's story is that, there's a custody battle going on. Neither one has full legal custody. And so
I'm going to need more information. Definitely. Because this. Mm. And this is the grandmother that you were talking to that told you about this, that said she was going to call law enforcement?
no, let me see if I can pull the messages up. It was the mother.
I had so many people leaving comments under this poster saying, I can't believe this 3-year-old's been missing since March. And I was like, I know this case is wild. I need more information. And I've been meaning to ask you about it because I'm just like, but what if he is? And like, they're just having a battle about it. And I don't know. I feel like that is so bizarre. Just very bizarre. Checkin says breaking news, Arctic. That's right. He's got breaking news. And I love when Arctic gets fired up. Like he's like, I'm afraid to come on your panel, Dutchie, because then I might say some things. And I'm like, here's where we talk about all the things. I mean,
well, that my filter's broken. It's hard for me to keep my F-bombs withheld. So
I keep trying to get Crimes Have Consequences to come on panel, but I think she thinks she won't do a good job because she'll just start saying all the things. I'm like, girl, you got the link. You should just come up. You don't have to show your face and just talk to us. Come on.
So yeah, it was the mother that I had been speaking with initially on it. And I will have to send you the text messages in the Discord from the mother.
Yeah, that would be very interesting because, I mean, maybe we need to make a little channel for her so we can drop all the information there because something seems strange about this situation and I've got a lot of questions. That's odd for her to want you to put it out, but then all of a sudden she wants you to take it down. I can't make heads or tails of that.
Yeah, especially. Well, see, and I didn't know anything about it. So what happened is she reached out to a friend of mine that is a smaller creator. And then that friend reached out to me and put me in contact with the mother. And the mother's like, oh, thank God, help me out here, blah, 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 because law enforcement's not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I can help you. And then, as soon as the video's up, not even 24 hours, she's reaching out to me saying, hey, could you take that down until I talk to law enforcement?
That seems like a bizarre reverse order of things, right?
Yeah,
because wouldn't she have talked to law enforcement first?
Well, obviously, if your child's been missing since March, I would assume you have already talked to law enforcement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Such a strange case.
But I do know that Jordan is the bio dad because Jordan and his girlfriend were in my Facebook group at one point, and they dropped the DNA test results on which I've deleted the video out of my Facebook group since then. But when the video was posted, they dropped the DNA test results right there in the comment section of the video.
Oh, wow. This is like As the World Turns. It's like a Maury Povich show.
Mm-hmm.
You are the father. I need to get a Maury Povich little meme thing because all I have is this one. And then I have this one. It doesn't make sense to me. And then I have this one.
See, you need the one of Judge Judy that says, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
Yes, I definitely need some more. Y'all send me some GIFs. Oh, and I did have this one. because I just feel like when I'm talking about cases, there's just moments when you you don't know what to say, so you just gotta have something that says it for you. Crime says, I will be bad. You still need to come up here and talk on panel because I think you'd be a good panel guest, Crimes.
Well, see, I always tell Dutchie that I don't come on panel as often because I don't have a filter and it's hard for me to contain my F-bombs. So
I wasn't born with a filter. That's something that God forgot. When he was putting me together in my little package, must have been out of filters because I didn't get one.
see, on my channel, there's no F's given. I just say what I want to say over there. But
that's how it is here. Like, I'm just gonna speak my piece about crimes. It's hard for me to be that nice regarding certain people. I feel you on that. So I want to ask you a quick question. Have you heard about the Jordy Niblin case that Levi and I have? I think
I've seen some of Levi's videos on it, and I did share. I retweeted the poster that you put on Twitter, and then I posted it to my community tab this morning as well.
I'm doing some research on it, and it's going to be something I'm going to talk about in a future live. But I wanted to, while we were just here chit chatting, I thought we would look at this article. I'm just so concerned about it. You know, this is why we're concerned about Jordy Niblin. You know, we've got this article right here on the New York Post. Couple allegedly ignored Clarissa Winchester's cries during a fatal beating. Guys, this was in November. This happened in South Carolina, in Travelers Rest, South Carolina, just southwest of me. This is out near Greenville County. And the uncle and aunt of a South Carolina man who allegedly beat his pregnant girlfriend to death and allowed their newborn to die have been accused of ignoring her cries for help. Tyler Wilkins was recently charged with murder, kidnapping, and unlawful neglect of a child after he allegedly beat his girlfriend, Clarissa Winchester, age 22, to death at the home of Michael and Melissa Burnett, which here are their pictures right here. He allegedly also did not get help for his son after he was born 2 months early.
Wow.
So the Greenville County Sheriff's Office said the Burnetts had been inside their Marietta, South Carolina home at the time of the brutal crime and did nothing to stop the beating or call 911, despite Winchester's frantic pleas over the 2-hour beating, and she died. Now, all they got was neglect in reporting the crime, and they got out on a $20,000 bond. These two. What kind of monsters are these people? You know? And at the time of the attack, the guy who did this was out on a $4,375,000 bond after being charged with domestic violence, attempted murder, pointing and presenting a firearm, resisting arrest, throwing bodily fluids, and threatening a public official. He spent 6 weeks in jail. And this was before he killed her. And this is her right here. There's Clarissa. She was 7 months pregnant when she was beaten to death. Y'all. Now, there is a girlfriend that he had in 2020. Her name was Jordan Niblin. And Jordan has been missing. He says they got into an argument and that she left, and he has not seen her since. And if you go down in this article, here is that punk Tyler Wilkins right here. And he's in jail. He's in the Greenville County Jail. I've got him registered on my Vine link so I can get all the updates. But we have to find Jordan Niblin because she is still missing. And he's already killed his newest girlfriend. But Jordan's been missing since before he met this girl.
Yeah.
And I've got concerns. And, you know, if you go on down in this article, it says that Wilkins is also being investigated in connection with the disappearance of his former girlfriend, Jordan Nebling, age 19, who has not been seen since October the 10th, by the way, 2020. Wilkins picked Nebling up on October 10th of 2020 after a car she had borrowed from a friend broke down. But her family did not report her missing for a month, according to this article in The State, which is a large newspaper here in South Carolina. And this quote here is from the stepmother, and it says, "In my heart, I think he did something to her. He had a history of being abusive, and police have searched his property." That was Nebling's stepmother, Mary Tucker. That's what she told Fox News. And she also said, "I know that they dug up a concrete pad in the driveway that he had recently put down close to when she went missing." And Wilkins only told police that he and Nebling got into a fight after he drove her to his place, but then she left and hasn't been seen since. Now, let me know in the chat if you believe Tyler Wilkins. I'll take a 1 in the chat if you think that he really doesn't know where Jordan is. And I'll take a 2 in the chat if you think Tyler Wilkins knows exactly what happened to Jordan Nebling. 1 in the chat if you think that Tyler Wilkins doesn't know anything about where Jordan is, and a 2 in the chat just based on the information that I just gave you. Because this case, guys, I'm telling you, I have a big feeling that he knows. Thank you, guys. Yes, and I'm very concerned, and I know her family wants to know where she is. If he has already hurt this little girl and her baby, I got so many questions.
Yeah, and I'm afraid that the outcome's probably not going to be much different for Jordan, unfortunately.
Yeah. This is Jordan's poster right here. Jordan Cheyenne Nebling has been missing since October 10th of 2020 from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. She was born March the 8th of 2001. She was 19 when she disappeared in the Marietta Travelers Rest area. She is 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs between 90 and 100 pounds. She has blonde hair, hazel blue eyes. She has a tattoo on her forearm that says "Live Free," and it's got birds around it. Police are asking anyone with information to call Greenville County Investigator Cox, and there's his phone number. Or you can call 864-23-CRIME if you have any tips on this case, because it's going cold, guys. And she is a very, very pretty girl. And I just feel like he could have easily hurt her. It's just sad. It just makes me sad. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you. So if you guys see that flyer on my Facebook or Twitter, please share it. Please do. And I think I'm going to try to reach out to her stepmom. I'd really like to talk with Clarissa's parents. Hey, Lighting the Way Home. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. We got Queen of the Rabbit Holes in here. Not only the people that commit these crimes, but potential witnesses that do nothing are all responsible. Well, I've said that in quite a few cases. Because to know information about something and to lie about it, that's illegal. If you know that somebody is hurting a child and you don't do anything about it, or you put a child in a compromised situation and you should have known better, I have a problem with that.
Absolutely.
And
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that we all should be mandated reporters for these kids. If we see something, you got to say something. It's not the 1960s. You can't be like, well, it's not my kid and none of my business how he raises his kid.
That's not, no. Because if that's the case, then we're just going to let kids continue to die, and we're just going to turn the other cheek and pretend like it didn't happen to us. And kids cannot speak for themselves. They cannot defend themselves. They need people to advocate for them, because obviously the adults in their life aren't doing so. So, you know, that's, if you have a channel and you're covering these cases, like, I feel like that it is imperative that we speak out for that and speak up for these children, speak up for the adults that don't have a voice too, that are missing. Some people think that they're not important. Well, they used to be on drugs. Well, they got themselves in a dating this person who's such and such, and he's probably, you know, and I'm like, why would you say that? Like, have you even called to check on that person? If you think this person is in a relationship that's dangerous, why are you not doing anything about it? Well, it's none of my business. That scares me. That scares me, you know.
Gee, I gotta hop down. I've got to hop down. I've got an important phone call to take. So.
Okay, go do what you got to do. Thank you, Arctic, for being here. It's always a pleasure.
All right.
We'll see you later. Okay, guys, that was Arctic Fox. If you're not subbed up to Arctic Fox, please go over and do that. He covers all the missing cases, and he works tirelessly to get these videos out, to make sure that everyone knows. As soon as he gets up in the morning, I mean, he did 11 videos in one day. I mean, he's incredible. So thank you, Lean On Me. I love you, and I appreciate you being here. Crimes, you were behind? Not you, girl. Yeah, checking. Anybody who works with kids, I feel like if you cover missing kids cases, I was a nurse for 20 years, but whether I'm working actively as a nurse, I still consider myself a mandated reporter. I know you do, darling. That's because you have a beautiful heart, and that's why I love you so much. If y'all aren't subbed up to Lean On Me, somebody drop her link, please. She is the most gorgeous friend, and she makes me laugh, and she makes me smile, and she prays for me. And that's one of the best people that you can ever have in your life, is a sister who prays for you. And I just love her heart. Thank you for being who you are, Lean On Me. You make my face smile, even when some days I don't feel like smiling. You always cheer me up. You and Days and Annabella always make me smile, and I love y'all so very much. That's right, lighting. People think there aren't any consequences to staying quiet, but turns out that's not the case. That's same, girl. Same. Well, I'm glad y'all stopped by for me to clarify some things today. And we got to talk about a few other cases too. But I just wanted to make sure that I came on here to clarify the facts, because I don't like people jumping. You know, even the news kind of jumped the gun, you know, putting out an article indicating that this could be, and as badly as I wanted there to be closure in this case, you know, it's really hard to go on information that's not vetted, because then Twitter goes wild, everybody's speculating, and then see, it turns out it was animal bones, not Codi Bigsby. So I just wanted to make sure that we put that to a rest. But remember, if you see something, say something. Please. If you're a member on this channel, there is a sticker that you can drop that says, if you see something, say something. Because that's what we do. We stick to the facts. And we do have times when we discuss and, you know, have a time where we can speculate and discuss what our theories and things like that. But we always state what our opinions are, and that they are simply opinions, and that we will continue to follow the facts in the case and depend on law enforcement and FBI, SBI, and whatever agencies are covering the case to do the job and report back to us, so we can give you guys all the facts and information And as soon as we get any further information on the cases that I'm covering, I'll be live again. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful Christmas. It's going to be very cold. I don't know how many people in the chat where you guys are all from. Drop it in the chat and let me know. I did see we have some people from all kinds of different places. I'm in South Carolina, and I was just looking at my weather report, and I'm frightened, y'all. I'm frightened. In South Carolina, I live on the coast, and it is going to be terribly cold. It's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow here. And Friday, it's going to drop down to 30 by afternoon. Then it's going to drop down into the teens on Saturday. I'm like, what? Stop it. Stop it. I have to show y'all because you won't believe me unless I show you. You can't find Arctic Fox on YouTube, y'all. Please go over there and share his channel in the chat. Mods, do I have any mods in here? If I don't, I'll go over. Let me see if I can get on my phone here because I can't drop it on StreamYard. Well, I can, but it's very difficult for me to do that. Hang on. Let me get over here. Oh, Arctic Fox is back. Arctic, drop your link, please, for Crystal Bowling. Will you do that if you have a second? I was getting ready to look it up. Y'all, look at this crazy weather report right now. Now, that's Columbia. I live on the coast. But I feel like that's going to be even worse. Let's go look. Let's look at Myrtle Beach. Can't even spell my own town. What's going on with me? It feels colder than 46. I'm here to tell you it feels colder than 46. Okay. So as y'all see, look, Thursday, 63 degrees. And then Friday, it starts dropping. It says after lunch, it's going to get down to 30 degrees and then 19 degrees. 19 degrees. Hello. This is South Carolina. The weather is confused and it's lost and it needs to go find its way back home because none of this makes sense to me. It's thoroughly confused. Bah humbug. I do not approve of this message. 4 degrees. Stop it, checking. Stop it. See, I wasn't born for that. I was born and raised in the South, child. We don't do snow. We don't even have salt trucks where I live. So it's a no-go for me. Of course, there's not really anywhere you can move now that isn't affected by weather. I know crimes and a bunch of people out in Texas are having all kinds of issues with blackouts and winter weather storms and all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, I heard that it's going to be bad up there too. Lean on me. I mean, this has been quite a season. So I want y'all to stay safe and stay warm. Make sure that if you have any problems or need something, reach out to your people. Reach out to your people. You guys know you can always reach out to me if you ever need anything. And I'll help however I can. But I want you guys to stay warm, and I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. And hopefully I will see y'all live. I'm going to try to do it on Friday. I think I may have re-injured my slap lesion tear, so I can't really lift any big canvases, but I'm going to try to make an attempt to do some small artwork if I'm able to get live. So, Crystal, you're a few minutes from where Cody lived? Bless your heart. Hey, Down Under Crime Talks. I love you so much. I hope you're doing good. I miss seeing you around. I hope you're staying busy and doing all the wonderful things. I miss seeing your face. You did find it? Okay, good, Crystal. Well, I hope everyone has a beautiful evening. I'll probably see you on the YouTube streets. I've got to make some phone calls and check into a couple of cases that I'm helping some other creators, because teamwork makes the dream work, guys. And that's what we got to do. So we get our brains together and talk about these cases and vet the facts and all of that stuff. So I've got a couple cases that I'm working on, and I'll be setting up a live here soon to talk about a few things. But remember, if you have a poster for someone that's missing where you live, please reach out to me. You can get me on Facebook Messenger, or you can send me an email at duchessforthemissing@gmail.com. And I think I have my email somewhere on StreamYard where I can share that with y'all, or I did. But it's Duchess number 4, the missing, at gmail.com. Just send me an email, send me the information, any pictures that you have, and I'll get you a poster. It's free of charge. And if you have any cases that you'd like for me to talk about, email me or send me a Facebook Messenger message and just let me know about it, and I'm happy to cover it. Because that's how we get the information out there. Take care, Arctic. Has it been a lot lately? I know it has. It sure has been a lot. I feel you on that, Sharon. You know you can always reach out to me if you need to. I'm here, and I love you. Hey, Sassy Brenda. I know, Sassy. I've heard that some other people down in Texas, it's going to be bad. Y'all stay warm. Y'all stay warm, and remember, if you need anything, to reach out. Let me know. I hope everybody has a beautiful Christmas and enjoy your time with your family. If you're able to get out and see your family. Now, I don't know if anybody's really going to be able to travel in this weather. It sounds like it's going to be pretty dangerous if you get out. Of course, people that could drive in it, they probably don't think it's nothing, but not I. No. I will sit here in my warm pajamas and not go out into the stuff. So y'all take care, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody. I love y'all so much. Take care. Thank you, Hair Curlers in Crime. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, Lean on Me. Merry Christmas to you, darling. And I'll see y'all probably in some lives later. So y'all go out there and behave now in the YouTube streets, and I'll catch y'all soon. Bye, y'all.